Yo, we're back here with Professor McStud talking about financial planning. Whenever you get older, there are loans that will help you pay for stuff. Not all of us can go up to the car dealership and pay for our car out of cash. I hope that you are successful enough to be able to do that, but I certainly cannot do that. So a loan is something that you are going to have to repay to borrow out. Remember, we talked about interest rate. Interest rate is how much you're going to have. We talked about it as far as investing money, make your money grow. Well, when the bank doesn't have the money because you use the money to go buy a car, well, they want that money to grow. That money is still going to grow. It's going to grow through you. You're going to have to pay back more money than what you borrowed out. That's what you have to get whenever you have a loan. So here's our example here. I would use an online loan calculator. So what they did, we found the online loan calculator. If you just Google online loan calculator, bankrate.com comes up first, and that's the one I would use. So, anyways, we are going to use the $17,000 for a car. So the 4.25 for 5 years. In 60 months. So it gives you, when you look at a loan calculator, it gives you the monthly cost per month. So then then you can compare it to if it was 4 years and for 4%. So lower interest rate, shorter amount of time. So if you use that, you find out that it is $315 for 60 months for the 5 years. So that's going to pay back. You're going to have to pay back $18,900. Because you multiplied how much it was per month by 60 months. That's how much you would end up paying back. So you borrow out $17,000, you really pay $18,900. It's kind of outrageous sometimes if you let this linger on and you pay stuff out longer and longer and longer, how much you end up actually paying for stuff. If you have 4 years for 40 and the interest rate of 4, your monthly payment is more. So right here it has your monthly payment of $383, and the total repay when you're going to go back and repay it ends up you multiply it by actually 48 months, and it's $18,424. So you do that, you just saved yourself $500. What does that look like? Does that you need that money extra per month? You need that extra $50 per month, or do you need the $500 there at the end? So this kind of sort of things when you get older, you look at. So here's our first one. So using an online loan calculator to repay the cost of $16,000, interest rate is 6%. Loan was 4 years. So that's our first one we're going to look at and compare it. So when you are going around, you look for loans that's going to be the best thing for you. That's going to fit you the best. You have another loan that's for $16,000, but it's at 6.25%, a little bit higher interest rate, longer time. So if you look here, here's my bankrate.com loan calculator. I put in the loan amount $16,000 there, 4 years there. It puts in the decimals after that. So that gives you the month right there, 48 months. Interest rate is 6. It tells you the monthly payments are $375.76. $375.76. Then you multiply that by how many. This is for the 4 years. That's times 48. And you end up being $18,036.50. So that's how much you're going to have to repay back on $16,000. That's for the first one. For the second one, for 6.25% and 6 years, you go back in, you just change those numbers. Your loan amount stays the same at $16,000. Your payments end up being $267.06. And then multiply that times however many months are in 6 years, which is 72. So you end up with $19,228.30. So that's how much you repay for the second one. Again, look at the 2 monthly payments. Almost $100 difference. So what do you need? Do you need to be able to, can you afford an extra $100 per month, or are you going to, are you going to end up paying an extra $1,000? It's almost it's $1,200 more, by the time it's said and done. And this is also over 60 years. I mean, you're paying on that sucker for a long time as opposed to the 4 years previously. So a lot of times when you look at this stuff, you're looking at, what's going to be best for you and your family currently, so that's what you're looking at. So here's a second example. So we have a $18,000 loan, whether it be a car, or you got to fix something, whatever it is, you're going to fix up your house, so people take out loans for that all the time. So interest rate of 5%, and the loan is 3 years, so shorter amount of time. So that ends up being $539. So the first one is $539.48. I'm going to multiply that by 36. That's how many months are in 3 years. And then that's going to give me $19,421.30. So you end up paying an 421. You end up paying, about $1,000 more than what you are trying to borrow out. So the bank is going to make about $1,000 on you. You're going to compare that to your second one. You have 5 years at 5.5%. So that, once you plug that in, so all of this I've already done. I've already put this in the loan calculator. So all that's going to give you a 343.82 monthly payment. That's about $200 less. So that's a lot easier for your family maybe to make. But you're going to do it for 5 years. That's going to be 60 months. You're going to repay $20,629.20. So, again, which one is the best one for your family? Do you need to pay less per month, or for a longer amount of time, end up paying about $1,000 more, or can you pay more now for a shorter amount of time and repay less? And kind of sort of, again, looking at what's going to be best for you, for your family that you think you can win. Looking on this last one, online loan calculator, this one asks a little bit different. All the other ones are asking for the total cost to repay the loan. This one asks for total interest paid. So you need to pay attention to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find how much I have to repay total and subtract out how much I actually borrowed out to see how much interest I paid on this. So let's see here. So we have $14,000, and you have 4.5% for 5 years. That's your first one. Your monthly payments are $261 exactly. And it's for 5 years here. So I'm going to multiply that by 60. When I do that, I am going to get $15,600, even, nice pretty number. That means that's how much I'm going to total repay. The interest paid on it, you actually only used $14,000 of that. So you paid an interest of $1,600, basically more than what you had to. Now then, on the second loan, we have $14,000, 4%. This one is going to be... our monthly payment is $413.34, and I have it for 3 years. So I'm gonna multiply that, by 36, and my total repayment amount is $14,880.20. I subtract my $14,000 that I actually used from it. I'm only paying extra $880.20. So I'm paying the bank about double for using one for about 5 years, for 60 months, a little bit higher interest rate. So again, you're looking at this, you see the difference of the monthly, the monthly payment. Is that best for your family, or do you need to pay a little bit less and pay a little bit more there towards the end, a little bit longer period of time? A lot of the factors factor into this. If you're buying a car and it's a old beat up car, you may not be able to pay on it for 5 years. It may not last 5 years. You buy a brand new car, it's going to last for 5 years. And so, what kind of things are you looking for as far as that goes? So this is financial planning with Professor McStud. Lots of things go into this, and lots of things to think about as you get older, as you start thinking about loans and college and cars and that kind of sort of thing. So, make sure that you know what how to repay. You're going to have to multiply it by the number of months, and get with me about, finding that online loan calculator. So that's what I have for you for financial planning. Professor McStud out.